Good morning. Welcome back to Little Whimsey. Elaine has company this morning. They're upstairs having coffee, and I'm hiding in the depths of my man cave with a coffee. It's not a bad day out there. We're finally getting some rain instead of snow. Snow's largely gone. The deer are back. The raccoons are back. I'm hoping that Wallace the groundhog makes an appearance in the near future. He loves sunflower seeds in the morning, and he also does a lot of yard work for me. Keeps the weeds down. Quite nice. While I'm down here, and instead of having you look at my attractive talking head, while I'm giving you this week's update, why don't I show you a few pictures of my man cave, such as it is, and hopefully we can talk about some of the things in it on another episode if you're interested. Anyway, I'm hiding here and I have a lot of stuff going through my little mind. It's funny how life works out in very unexpected ways. I'm still debating the latest sequence. We're in transition, definitely. I've mentioned before that we were thinking of getting a bigger man cave and basement and setting Whimsey up permanently rather than going through all the effort of assembling and disassembling every year. Uh, and part of that is the fact that I'm not getting any younger. I'm coming on 70. Elaine is keeping steady pace a few years behind. We're both retired. And this marvelous house that we built 30 odd years ago, 40? Yeah, it would be about 40 years back, uh, is starting to show some signs of age. Needs quite a bit of work, actually. Windows, siding, that sort of thing. And at the end of the day, while it started off as a two-story, because I couldn't afford too much concrete, uh, two-story, three-bedroom, one bathroom for two adults and three children, we're now looking at the fact that we'd rather not take stairs all the time. We've added on to the house. It's now 2.5 baths and 4 bedrooms, and a couple of good areas for family activities. But it's a little much for us. Hardly surprising. A lot of people go through that. And the big thing is with Elaine becoming visually challenged and other things with me, we aren't sure that we want to potter down to the kitchen every morning and then take another flight of stairs down to the basement to get the furnace going and that sort of thing. So what can we do? I'm sitting on a chair, not a bag of money. So we do have limited finances in retirement, and we have definite ambitions about building a house or getting a modular or a mini home or something like that. I have quite a bit of property here, 35, 36 acres, and we can put a new building up next door and hardly ever notice it. My son has expressed interest in, one of my sons has expressed interest in getting this house. So, yeah, let him have it with all the work that needs to be done on it. And I'll give him a hand. The nice part would be to have a good, tight, modern, well insulated, easy to heat bungalow that's more to our size and style these days. and with a large basement instead of one that's kind of chopped up and, you know, less usable, uh, we could do fairly well putting in a large family room come man cave come little Whimsey. And indeed, I have dreams of doubling the size of little Whimsey and getting 4 trains running, getting more buildings in various styles and fashions, and really making it into something. I'm coming on 70, and I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure, but I think middle age is almost done. And while I have no idea what the next 30 or 40 years are going to bring, I suspect I'll be slowing down just a little. Right now, we're dealing with a positive stack of variable factors. We need something that we can afford. We don't want to be house poor and have 4 really nice walls that we have to stay inside. Uh, we like to travel, and we'd like to continue doing that as much as possible, given the givens. So we're looking at how we can arrange our finances, what we can soak our son for this place. He loves having a man cave, so yeah, that could work in my favor and be worth an extra $5,000. But on a serious note, bit by bit, we have to go through doors and jump over hurdles and mainly find out information about what we could do and then make the ultimate decision. We've been doing that for the past year, and right now we're at the point where all the mathematics is starting to happen. The numbers are coming together. My son knows what he can do. In the next couple of weeks, we'll find out what we can do. And we're just going to have to weed through the last of it and make a final decision. Now, that would really worry a lot of people, I suspect. And it's certainly understandable. But remember, in one way, Elaine and I are living in little Whimsey. And what we've realized is that all kinds of things are possible. All kinds of things can happen. And in some way, shape, or form, what we want and what we need, what we anticipate, is going to come together. I don't worry about it, very simply because life is an adventure, and you cannot dwell on possible negatives. What if I have another heart attack? Well, the first one didn't do me any damage. The big problem with it was apparently I have an adverse reaction to a beta blocker. That's something they give you to regulate your pulse and make the heart recover faster, regulate your heartbeats. And I behaved in a very weird fashion when that got in my system. I take a little pill in the morning, and then 3 or 4 ladies would come in with a crash cart piled with batteries and wires and sensors and the paddles, and tell me that my heart rate was plummeting, and they were going to stand by for a few minutes while they worked things out. This went on 3 or 4 times during my stay in hospital after my heart attack. And the specialist was rather boondoggled. In fact, he apologized at one point that they couldn't figure out exactly what was going on and why. And I said, look, Doc, it's pretty simple from my point of view. You're giving me a pill. my heart rate goes down. 3 or 4 ladies come in, want to rip my clothing off and do something shocking. Should I complain? I don't think so. And he had a good chuckle, which I was hoping for, because it really wasn't much of a problem. I went home after 3 days and no damage, no uh, lasting side effects. I have to watch my cholesterol. Who doesn't these days? Sorry about the sidebar there. When it comes to dealing with big questions in life, I like to use the aviation philosophy. Uh, Aviate, navigate, communicate. And what that means in my life is, regardless of what might happen in the future, the main thing I have to do is deal with today. Make sure the things get done that need doing today. Secondly, you look at the opportunities, the options, narrow down what you want to do, where you want to go. That's the navigate part. And communicate is Elaine and I talking, debating, looking at the various possibilities, and deciding ultimately what direction we should go in. Aviate, navigate, communicate. Maintain control of the aircraft. Make sure you know where you're going. And then call for help if necessary. So far, we haven't had to call for help. It's been quite marvelous. And, oh, by the way, when I mean call for help, we've been doing a lot of praying about this, and we're convinced that things are going to work out the way God intends, even if we haven't got a clue what's coming around the corner. That's part of the adventure, you know. That's part of the anticipation. It's not a negative thing. It's a positive. Just as Little Whimsey changes every year when I put it up, it's going to change a lot more if we get a newer, bigger basement. And if it doesn't, then it will continue in some form or fashion or other for so long as we can do it. That's up to the good Lord, and that's up to our ingenuity, and things will work out. Now, I've just put new filters in the wood furnace, and it just kicked off. That's great. Keeps the power bill down a little bit. The heat pumps don't work so much. And yeah, it's a gray, rainy, overcast day. I'm looking forward to watching the hairy woodpeckers and downy woodpeckers empty the feeders because the bugs aren't out yet. One of my favorite times of year. It's going to be wet, so the well will fill and the snow will go more, and I'll be doing a few chores around the house as I always do, and talking to you folks, which I do enjoy. I hope you have a good day. I thoroughly intend to. I know it'll be a good week because we've got a lot to do and think and talk about, and it's all exciting. I hope you have a good week, and I'll let you know in a couple of weeks' time how things have come together and what we might be able to do here. I really want to get Whimsey up on a permanent basis with 4 train engines running, and with more landscaping on a permanent basis. Looking forward to that. Bye for now. Have a good one. And remember, when you come to these big decision, gotta do one or the other, or is there something else moments, it's an advantage. If you have time, consider things carefully, and always look forward to the possibilities that are in your future. Use Whimsey. Bye for now.